Hello everyone, myself Sanat Kumar Swain, Assistant Professor at Vedang Institute of Technology, Bhubaneswar. And in today's class, we'll be discussing about the pricing strategy and its various approaches in the marketing management. Okay. We'll be going through a few slides and we will try to find out what are the strategies related to pricing and what kind of approach has been taken into consideration. Okay. So, introduction. What do you mean by pricing strategy? What do you mean understand by pricing? Why is it important? So you must have seen price tag in every product. You must have seen price stickers in every kind of product you have gone through. Okay. So how do the authority or how do the management of an organization they set those prices? So what kind of strategy is being taken into consideration? Okay, pricing strategy is basically a marketing management strategy. Okay, so how we are going to apply those pricing strategy in the marketing management? Okay, so you see, pricing strategy in marketing encompasses various. Sorry. Okay, so this encompasses various approaches that various kinds of business organization they try to put the price of their products or services. So definitely most of the organization which whether they are giving products or they are giving services. So whether it is a product or whether it is a services, whatever they are giving to the market, so they are going to charge something. So how much they are going to charge, that is known as price, and how they are going to charge those set those price, that is known as pricing strategies. So, okay, so when we are going to look at the Indian society particularly, okay, how we are going to look at, because Indian society is diverse market segments. Okay, it is of diverse market segments, means various kinds of diversity is been seen at in the Indian society. Okay, and also various kinds of economic conditions are also exist. Okay, some may be poor, some may be rich, some may be extremely rich, some may be extremely poor. Okay, so accordingly we have to set the those pricing strategies. Okay, so pricing strategies plays a crucial role in capturing market share, maximizing profit, and sustaining competitiveness. Definitely, if you are going to charge something at a much higher level, at a much higher price, any product or service, so definitely that is going to impact the market audience. Okay, if you are going to charge those product or service at a much higher lower level, that is also going to uh, put a negative or a positive impact in the society or the market. Okay, so we'll be going through few strategies, common pricing strategies with examples. Okay, we'll try to find out. Okay, we'll be trying to find out how that has been employed in the Indian society through various kinds of examples. Okay, so cost based pricing. So this is one of the basic strategy of pricing strategy, basic pricing strategy. Okay, cost based pricing. So definitely when you are giving some product, when you are giving some service, there is a cost in relation to the product or service. So based on that cost, you are going to use the pricing strategies. Okay, so this strategy involves setting prices based on the cost of the production, distribution, and selling, along with a markup for profit. So you see, there is a production. When we are doing production, so there is a cost involved. Okay, next, when we are doing distribution, there is a cost involved, and then again when we are selling it, there is a cost involved. Okay, so this, when we are combining these three, production, distribution, and selling, along with few markup for profit, definitely when we are going to sell some product or service, we are not going to do charity in the society. We are here to make money. Okay, so we are here to make some profit, so there has to be certain Profit. Okay. So what is that profit? This is important. Okay. So accordingly, we are going to add, because this stays same. Production, distribution, selling cost. We are not going to change it. But what we are going to put as a profit, that impacts the pricing strategy. Okay. So it ensures that the business covers its expenses and generates a satisfactory profit margin. Okay, cost-based pricing methods includes cost plus pricing. So definitely there has to be a satisfactory profit margin. If we are not getting that profit margin, so definitely we are going to lose. That is a loss strategy. And if you want to have a profitable margin, then we have to generate a satisfactory profit margin based on the product or services. Okay. So what are the cost-based pricing methods? So the first one is cost price strategy, cost plus pricing. So what do you mean cost plus pricing? Means adding a markup percentage to the cost of the production to determine the selling price. So definitely, okay, we have to add the markup percentage as a profit. Okay, when we are adding the selling price, when we are using the selling price, we have to add the markup for profit. Okay, so that is known as cost price plus pricing. Next, break even pricing. Break even pricing means when we use all the cost to cover total cost and achieve a break even point where total revenue equals to total cost. Okay, so so that is a break even. I mean, we are not going to get more profit margin in the break even pricing. We will see that there is very less or very negligible profit margin, because there's a break even point where the total revenue equals to total cost. When there is the cost and total revenue, when that is equal, so where is the profit? So there is no profit. Okay, so this is also one of the cost based pricing. Next, market based pricing. Market based pricing means, you see, there are a lot of different types of markets in the society. Okay, so we have to use those strategy, market based pricing strategy, according to the customer's perception, because in different markets there are different kinds of customers and their perceptions are also different. Okay, how? For example, competitive pricing. Okay, what do you mean by competitive pricing? Means definitely when we are entering any market, there are a lot of competitors already available in the market. Okay, so either we are going to match those competitors or we are going to cut those competitors. Okay, how? By premium pricing or on differentiation. Okay. So there has to be certain differentiation of our product or services in the market based on our premium pricing, which we are going to set forth in the market. Okay, for our competitiveness. So that is known as competitive pricing. Next is perceived value market pricing. Perceived value pricing means, perceived values means what we have perceived, what we think. Okay, how? Pricing based on the perceived value of the product or service to the customer rather than its production cost. So production cost is a separate issue. We are not going to talk about the production cost. Now, what is the percent? Oh, this product has to have this much of price tag on it. If I'm going to ask you what should be the price of an iPhone in India, what would you suggest? Any idea? Definitely it comes into our mind. That's a perceived value. That yeah, it should be over 1 lakh rupees, 100,000 rupees. What if I say, if I get you that same iPhone for 20,000 rupees or maybe 30,000 rupees? You may call me a mad person, right? But actually, if you go earlier, I don't know the present scenario, but earlier in the bygone days, if you see, because most of the iPhones were being manufactured in the USA. In those times, you will see if somebody goes to USA, they'll say, okay, please bring me an iPhone from US. Okay, why? Because the iPhone was much cheaper, 20-30% cheaper than what it was in India, right? So we have perceived that this particular product has to be this much. The price should be this much. So that is known as perceived value rather than the actual production cost. What the actual production cost, the perceived values may be higher or may be lower. Okay. So this is all about market-based pricing. Next, demand-based pricing. What do you mean by demand-based pricing? See, for any kind of product or service, there has to be some sort of demand. If there is no demand, then we are not going to sell. We are unable to sell those, our ideas, our product or our services in the market. Okay. There has to be certain sort of demand. If there is no demand, we have to create demand. All right. So, based on the demand, the pricing strategy may change. Okay. Considering the level of demand for a product or service. So, we have to adjust the price accordingly to maximize revenue. To maximize revenue, we have to adjust those prices. We have to act as per the demand. How? If the demand goes up, we have to increase those prices. If the demand goes down, we have to decrease those prices. Okay. You see, in case of premium flights, okay. Let's say flights. If you are booking a ticket, okay, the premium price, dynamic pricing strategy comes into play. So dynamic pricing strategy means when there is a demand, the price goes up automatically. When there is less demand, the price comes down. So if you are booking a flight ticket, you see, when there is a demand, then the price goes automatically to a higher level. And if there is no demand, the price comes down. Okay. So it has also got a few examples like price discrimination and yield management. What do you mean by price discrimination? Price discrimination means we are discriminating on price. If a customer is ready to pay, we are going to charge those customer more. If the customer is not ready to pay or is unable to pay, we are going to reduce those price. So we are doing some sort of discrimination on the price. So this is known as price discrimination. Okay. Next is yield management. Yield management means what? So we are going to optimize those prices based on demand forecast to maximize revenue. Commonly industries like hospitality and airlines. You see airlines. Okay. Airlines, because that is a dynamic pricing strategy. Okay. So yield management. There's a forecast that the prices may go up. There may be a demand. You see, there is a peak season and there's off season. So during the peak season, the flight tickets or the hospitality industry, like hotel industry, it goes up. And during the off season, the price comes down. So that's known as yield management. So it is also one of the aspect of demand-based pricing. Okay. Penetration pricing. Penetration pricing means you want to penetrate into the market. And how you are going to penetrate into the market? By having a high price, you are definitely you may not be able to get into the markets. So you have to keep the price of your product or your services to extremely low. The price should be extremely low so that you can easily penetrate into the market. And gradually you may increase your price as the demand goes up. So there's a very good example of Reliance Jio. Okay. So when Reliance Jio entered the Indian telecom market, it offered significantly lower price. All must have gone through this, that in fact it was not a lower price, it was completely free. I would suggest Jio was completely free initially. Initially it was completely free. So what happened? It rapidly gained subscriber. and also the market share. And when after establishing, when it established itself, then it started to adjust its pricing. Reliance Jio starts to adjust its pricing according to the demand in the market. Okay. And right now, all the competitors are out and only Jio stands alone because they were unable to compete in the market. So this is known as penetration pricing. You are going to penetrate into the market. Okay. Next is premium pricing. Premium pricing means, in case of premium pricing, it is particularly for the rich and elite customers. Okay. It is not for the low income group. It's for the higher income group. Okay. Why? Because they are going to set such a high price that those product or service that may seems to be a luxury. Okay. How? You see, Rolex. What is Rolex? It's a brand for watches. And the Rolex price starts from, I think, few lakhs. Starts from few lakhs rupees for a simple watch. Okay. Louis Vuitton. This is also one of the luxury company. Okay. So they employ various kinds of premium pricing strategy to attract the elite class, to attract the affluent customers. Okay. And why do the people purchase these kinds of products? Because these kinds of products seems to be a symbol of status and luxury for the elite class. Okay. So this is all about the premium pricing. Next, skimming pricing. What do you mean by skimming pricing? What do you mean by skimming pricing? Skim. Okay. Skim means, you see, skimming involves setting a high price initially. So initially, in most of the cases, what happens that there is a low price initially and gradually it goes up. But in case of skimming pricing, what happens that there is a high price initially to target the early adopters. Not all of the customers are early adopters, but there are a lot of customers who can be termed as early adopters. Okay. Why? Because they want to pay the premium price for any kind of new product. If there is a launch of iPhone 15 or 16 or 18 or whatsoever, they are ready to pay the highest price. Okay, the premium price, as because that's a brand new product, latest product. We can say latest. So these kind of customers, they go only for the latest brands. Whatever is latest in the market, they go for that. There are certain people who are not after latest. When it is a known brand in the market, then only they go for it. And at that point of time, the price automatically comes down. But these kinds of customers, they go for the latest brand. Okay. So what happens in this case is that the prices are gradually lowered to attract more price sensitive segments. Initially, it targets the early adopter so that they take the latest, and then the prices are gradually lowered to attract more customers who are price sensitive, who are not willing to pay more price. Okay. So for example, when Apple launches iPhone model in India, it's priced at a premium to target early adopter. Okay. It targeted the early adopter because it was a huge, high, I mean, the price was so high that not everybody can afford it. Only the early adopters can afford it because that is the latest model. Okay. Now, and enthusiasts also. Okay. Enthusiasts means the people who are very much attracted towards the latest models. Okay. Who are willing to pay higher price for the latest technology. Subsequently, the price is reduced to reach a broader market. Okay. So At a later stage, the price gets reduced to reach to the broader audience. This strategy is known as skimming pricing. Okay. Next, discount pricing. Everybody must have gone through this. Okay. What do you mean by discount pricing? You see, discounts, particularly during the time of Christmas or New Year Eve, okay, most of the companies, they try to clear off their inventory. Whatever stock they have, the old stock, they try to get rid of the old stock so that they can get new stock. Okay. So what they do is that they try to adopt the discount pricing. They give promotional pricing, they give discounts, okay, and also sometimes they also stimulate some sort of demands, okay, to attract the price sensitive customers, the customers who are price sensitive. Okay. Which are the companies who do these kinds of pricing technique more? More are particularly Flipkart, Amazon's, the e-commerce. Okay, so they give lot of discounts during any kinds of festive seasons like Deepavali, Holi, New Year Eve, okay, during Durga Puja, Dashera, okay, and a lot of other festive seasons in India. Okay, so this particular pricing is known as discount pricing. Value-based pricing. What do you mean by value-based pricing? See, this strategy focuses on what actually we are going to perceive about the product, whether that's a essential product, whether that's an essential service. We will be overlooking at the production cost, whatever the production cost is. We will be looking at the value. What is the value of that product or service? Okay. So what happened in this case? This approach involves understanding customers' need. Okay. For example, you are thirsty. How much a bottle of water costs? 1 liter of bottle. Maybe 10 rupees, maybe 15, or maybe 20 rupees. Now you are extremely thirsty. Assume that you are extremely thirsty. And I'm going to charge you 50 rupees or maybe 100 rupees. Are you going to pay or not? Yes. You're going to pay. Definitely you're going to pay. Why? Because that's your need. That's your need. You are in need of that product. You are in need of that service. So if I'm going to put more price on that, you are ready to pay. You're not going to ask me that for the production of a 1 liter water bottle, it costs just 5 or 10 rupees, but you are charging me 100 rupees. Why is it so? No, because that's your need. And I am buying your need. Right? So value-based pricing. So we are going to understand the customer's need. We're going to understand the customer preference, okay, and what kind of benefit they're going to derive from the product or services. Definitely a 1 liter bottle of water will quench your thirst. So that is the service, or that is the benefit you are going to get out of that product or service. Okay. So for example, in the healthcare sector, hospitals in India offer this, works in the same term, hospitals particularly, because if you are ill and I'm going to charge you for rupees 1,000 rupees, I'm going to charge you rupees 1 lakh or 10,000, let's say. If there's a expense of 10,000 and I'm going to charge you 1 lakh, you are ready to pay. Why? Because you are ill. Okay. So the hospital in India, or particularly the healthcare sector in India, they use this kind of value-based pricing techniques, which I believe that this is very much unethical, immoral. These kinds of value-based pricings are immoral or unethical, because we are going to, based on your helplessness, because you are helpless, you are thirsty, and I am offering you water, and I am going to buy your helplessness, right? So this healthcare sector or the hospitals in India, they also buy your helplessness. Okay, so healthcare sector or hospitals in India often offer different pricing tiers for the same medical procedure based on factors such as room category, amenities, and service quality, aligning prices with perceived values. Okay, so this is pretty more immoral, pretty more unethical. We should not be adopted, but that is the way the industries are working. Okay. So this is all about the value-based pricing, bundle pricing. What do you mean by bundle pricing? What do you mean by bundle pricing? The bundle pricing means, what do you mean by bundle? A pack. Okay. So if you are going to a company or an organization and you are going to purchase several products or several services for a single or lower price, okay, then that would have been less, that would have been lower. Okay, if those were purchased separately. Okay, so if I'm saying you, if you buy 3 products, I'm going to give you 1 product free. Buy 3, get 1 free. Or buy 4, get 1 free. I don't need to buy 4, but as because the bundle pricing is offering me, if I buy 4, I'm going to get 1 free. That is why it is encouraging me that I should buy 4. I don't need 4 though, I just need 1. But if I'm buying 4, I'm going to get 1 free. Okay. So what happens is that the telecom companies, particularly in India, they also use these kinds of bundle pricing. Okay, particularly for mobile plans. Okay, combining services such as voice calls, data, messaging. Okay, comprehensive packages, discounted rates, whatever, XYZ. Okay, so these kinds of companies. Okay, one more thing, insurance companies as well. Okay, insurance companies, they also give bundle pricing. If you are going to purchase insurance for your family, for your father, mother, your friends, your sister, brother, wife, daughter, sons, then we are going to give you this kinds of this pricing. Okay, if you are buying individual, that is going to cost you more. So we are being forced into the bundle pricing. Okay, dynamic pricing. Yes, this dynamic pricing we have already discussed in the previous slide. What actually dynamic pricing does. So dynamic pricing, if you are talking about examples of airlines in India, okay. So this, what happens is that the price, the ticket of the price of the ticket, it is dynamic. Dynamic is not static. Okay, it keeps changing. Okay, how it keeps changing on your it's a competitive pricing. Okay, how is it? Like, you cannot assume that you are going to get a fixed price until the time of the flight departure based on the demand on specific route. If you are taking an early flight, if you are taking a late night flight, if you are taking an afternoon flight, so based on your specific routes or specific timing, you can say the price may go up or less. Okay, so they use certain algorithms to optimize the revenue. So this is about the dynamic pricing, which goes higher as per the demand. Okay. Geographic pricing. Now, as I have already said, what do you mean by geographic? Based on geography. Okay. Means certain physical area. As I have already said, that in few years back, when iPhone was not being manufactured in India, and when it was being manufactured in US, you'll see that if you are going to buy an iPhone in US, that is going to cost you less rather than if you buy it in India. So based on the geographical location, the product or the service may go up or less high. Okay, because there are other factors like shipping costs are involved, local market conditions are involved, currency exchange is involved. So a lot of things are being involved, which makes the product or service price to go up or go down. So that is known as geographic pricing. Promotional pricing. See, promotional pricing is more or less like which we have already said in the previous discounted pricing. Okay. Okay. To promotional discount. Okay. So in this promotional pricing, what happens that various kinds of discounts have been given, various kinds of coupons have been given. Okay. To stimulate demand. Yes. Okay. See there. So and so product is giving a lot of discount. So and so product is giving a lot of coupons if you are going to buy. So that is known as promotional pricing. Okay, so with this we have come to the end of the slide. Okay, so what actually is premium pricing strategy is that, because you see most of the organizations, most of the business houses these days, they have a lot of strategies. They apply various kinds of pricing strategies. Okay, based on the market. Okay, based on the market, what is the market objective? Based on the customers, based on the competitive landscape, and based on various product characteristics also. So based on all these factors, they try to use the pricing strategies accordingly. Okay, and why do effective pricing strategy is important? Because it requires a deep understanding of customer behavior. Okay, we need to understand the customer behavior. We need to understand the market dynamics. Okay, we need to understand the value propositions of the product or service. Okay, yeah. So with this, we have come to the end of the slides, and I believe we have covered all the aspects of pricing strategy in today's class. However, if you have any doubt, you can please jot down your doubts, and we'll be more than happy to clear up your doubt in the next class. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.